I'm coming to you again with a message. A message that's going to transform you, that's going to change you. This message is going to give you instant revelation, especially for young people. This message is particularly important for young people, those that are trying to start in life, those that have in relationship, those one relationship. I've got lots of emails on relationship, but I want to address this thing about what is happening between Java. There's a musician called Java, an artist called Java, and a lady called Lady Zama. It's also two artists. But this, I'm going to address it because now it's all over the news. Like I said, I'm modern day prophets. Modern day prophet, we talk about the things of the day. We speak and we provide direction about the things that the world is confused with. And this issue has been going in the media where Lady Zama has accused Java that this Java raped him, and the Java now says no, he didn't rape her, and she now has taken the matter to court to say there was a night that this Java came and raped her. So what is actually going on in this story? And I'm going to provide you the light of God regarding this story, what is happening and what really happened, because what I see in the realm of the spirits is very important. You must understand music has got lots of influence, and in the world of music is a realm. There's a particular realm called the realm of music. The realm of music. In that realm of music, there are many forces that are going to play. That's why most of these artists that you see, they get music from different worlds, different realms, different realms. The Bible says there was a time when David would play the harp, and the demon that was living inside of Saul, the king Saul, will leave after the music of that harp is played. So music has a direct way of penetrating into your soul. So when you're dealing with musicians, you're dealing with spiritual forces. You're not dealing with natural forces, you're dealing with spiritual forces. So you hear now Lady Zama, this artist, she now claiming that the guy she was been dating, I think they were dating for about 2 years or 3 years. This man now, that one night the man raped her, and the question now is, people are asking, how can a man rape his girlfriend? And the story now, Java, this artist Java, has been removed from the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. The jazz festival is supposed to happen. He was there as one of the invitees to come and do his music, but his name has been scrapped from the list because of this case of rape. And let me tell you something, the solution for rape is very easy. I'm going to share it now with you. The solution for rape is very easy. It's a mindset that I've given to the way the children have been raised, especially the children have been raised in school, the media, everywhere. The way the children have been raised is very bad. The children have somehow been raised to think that the only reason for relationship is for pleasure. And I've been taught from a very young age that when you're in a relationship, all you should worry about is pleasure. And let me tell you something, relationship is not about pleasure. Dating is not about pleasure. And that's where the problem is coming from. Dating, to date means you connecting with someone to know if that person can connect you with God. That's what dating means. Marriage means finding that person through which you can connect to God. That means that person can connect you through to God, meaning that person will be like a doorway that you can pass through and connect to God. That's what marriage is. But dating is finding that person. But finding that person doesn't even need to have to do pleasure. Now that is where it becomes something that has not been taught, called intimacy. The way the world understands intimacy and what God means by intimacy is very different. Intimacy is not about pleasure, about sexual pleasure. That's why most people think pleasure can be used to manipulate people, and there are many people that have been trapped in a relationship because of pleasure, meaning that you only dare to satisfy another man's pleasure, and it can be used to manipulate people. Just like money can be used to manipulate a person in a relationship, pleasure can also be used to manipulate people. And I think the world is running in the wrong direction. What should be focused on in intimacy. Intimacy is creating bonding connection with people, not just having sex, not just having sexual intercourse. It's to have a bonding relationship, meaning that person and you can bond and connect to God. That's what intimacy is. And sexual pleasure is a small part of it. Now this lady Zama now, she's now saying she has been raped. Her career now is in jeopardy. That Java also says he didn't rape her, that they were having sexual intercourse that was consensual. But let me tell you something, this is what most people don't understand. You don't go and date you don't jump all the steps you go to sexual intercourse without understanding the process. The first process about dating is to get to know if that person wants a family. The number one thing, whether they want a family, they want to raise children, that's the number one thing. That's all you're finding out. The person wants a family, wants to raise children, and the person loves God, meaning the person's heart is for God. The things that is happening now in the world is just chaotic, and that's why you see all kinds of sicknesses, things killing people. They talk about this now, coronavirus, HIV/AIDS, but it's because of those things. And I want to speak prophetically now about, because I see something that is going to happen. Because I see this Java guy, this artist, this man, his career is going to, in short, his career is going to be wiped out. It's going to wipe out, because I see something that is going to happen. Because I told you that spiritual forces, those two forces of how the spiritual forces, that are two dark forces that are fighting. There are two dark forces that are fighting. It's not fighting the realm of men, it's fighting the realm of angels, the realm of those spirits are. That's what's going to happen. That's where the fight's going to happen. And I see something like death threats, where one person is going to be threatened with death, or there will be something like a assassination attempt, or attempt to kill one person. You hear about people that will be running away for their life. In this case, the case is just starting. I'm telling you now, it's going to go very, very big. It's going to be one of the biggest cases, and it's going to be used. It's going to be in the media everywhere. They're going to want to destroy each other. Now, some people are saying that, well, the reason that this lady is bringing this up is because they were dating, and then the lady found out that the man was actually married. And when she found out that the man was married, the man's mother brought his wife on stage. And from the day the man's mother brought the wife on stage, that lady discovered the lady was actually not was dating a man that was married. And the lady got angry, and then the lady is surely trying to destroy the man. But let me tell you something, not just about destruction that I see a lot of other things. I see the man's career is going to suffer very, very badly. Now I want to pray for some of you. Now, some of you that are having relationship problems, write to me at prophetpastor@gmail.com. prophetpastor@gmail.com. Write to me. My email address is there. Write to me. Those of you that want people, I've gotten a lot of people that have written to me and said, man of God, I want to get married to this woman. This woman I see, I like this woman. I want to get married to this woman. Let me tell you something. Marriage is a spiritual thing. It's not a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. Only human beings get married. Even angels don't get married. The Bible says angels, they are not married. Animals don't get married. Only why is it? Because marriage it doesn't come from the flesh. It comes from the soul. So you're marrying somebody that two souls that come together. Two souls that are entangled together. When those two souls come together, it produces something. And sometimes it can be good things and there are bad things. Those of you that have relationship problem, write to me. Those of you that have this problem where your husband has left you, feel your husband is not there, I'll give you this beat. Wear this beat. People have written to me and they say my family was scattered, my husband was leaving. The moment I wear this beat, I give him the bed. I say, wear this beat tonight and sleep on the bed. The moment I sleep on the bed, there's a spirit. That's why the Bible says something. The Bible says marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. So that is talking about the righteous body, being the one that is the marriage has been anointed with that presence of the anointing. He said the bed is undefiled, meaning that there is no spirit on the bed. Remember the bed, that bed that you see, that bed, when you sleep on that bed, the other spirits that come and sleep with you. So some of you think that you're only sleeping you and your husband. No, you can be sleeping you, your husband, another woman, another man on that same bed. Spiritually, that's like 4 people sleeping. Sometimes 8 people sleep on that bed. I don't know. So you're sleeping on a bed, and the person that sold you that bed, if it was a second-hand bed that you bought from a second-hand shop, the person that sold that bed, the spirit is still sleeping on that bed. So if you go and buy a bed, and the moment you sleep on that bed, your problem starts. You start to suffer, your lifestyle begins to go down, begin to get sick, Sometimes even the mattress. Sometimes the mattress that you bought a second-hand mattress. The moment you buy that second-hand mattress, somebody that slept on that mattress left the spirit there. The spirit begins to attack you, start to torment you. Your life begins to go down. Poverty upon poverty, suffering upon suffering. That can be where your problem starts. But let me tell you, when you get this beat, I told you, you wear this beat in the night you sleep. One guy wrote to me and said, I've worn this beat and I mean my relationship is not smooth. The person wrote to me and says, there was a time I wanted to, a girl I wanted to get married to. I was wearing this beat. As I touched that person, as you wear this beat, this is my anointed beats. This man, we can get this beat. When you see a 20 seat, I will give you this beat. When you touch that person, you greet that person. Let me tell you something. To get a husband is not a natural thing, it's a spiritual thing. Because there are forces that communicate in the realm of the spirits. So some people that you see like that, so women that they can look at you just with their eyes, they put something, they rub their eyes, you start following them like a mad person. So women have been married because of what they rub in their eyes. Some women they rub things on their breasts. Some men they rub perfume. The moment you go close to them, on that you get the scent of that perfume, you just start following the man. You don't even know what's happening to you. Because when it comes to relationship with human beings, it's very difficult to use natural forces to control them. It's usually spiritual forces. Most human beings are easily controlled by spiritual forces. Remember, there's an animal life, there's a human life, then there's a spiritual life. The spiritual is much stronger than the natural. So to control the human being, you must go to the higher level. That's why to get your husband, you must go to the higher level. And all those women that you're writing, you need your husband, write to me. So those of you that want your husband, write to me, prophetpastor@gmail.com, come and say, I'll show you my 2020 seed I need for a husband, for a this, for marriage. Write to me. And I'm going to speak to my sons. And those my sons that want a husband, says you want a wife, those my sons. I've got sons all over the world. Write to me and say, 2020 seed, I'm looking for a wife. You sow your seed, send a proof of payment. Send that proof of payment. When you send your proof of payment to me, I see that proof of payment. You're written 2020 seed, proof of payment. You want a wife, you want this. I'm going to speak to those my daughters prophetically to see which one connect to you, and I connect you with those daughters. Get married. Get married. That's how you marry in the realm of the spirit. That's how you marry. I'm a modern day prophet. Modern day prophet. I will tell you prophetically which woman you're supposed to marry, and I'll tell the woman why you're supposed to marry that man. If you don't marry that man, and if you don't marry that woman, nothing in your life is going to work, because I'm speaking out with the eyes of the scorpion. The eyes of the scorpion. So send me a proof of payment. Proof of payment says at this proof of payment 2020 seed, you put the $220, 220 pounds, 2020. I says Prophet Pastor Ran, proof of payment 2020 seed. And even the man writes, I will tell you this is the woman that's supposed to get married to. Marry that woman, wherever the woman is. If that woman is in America, you bring that woman to your country and marry that woman. If you don't marry that woman, your life will not be the same. Things will begin to go down, because I've already told you, when I see the eyes of the scorpion, the eye of the spirit, I see the past, the present, the future. And I tell you this is a man. If I tell the woman this is the right man for you to get married, I tell the man this is the right woman. No, it's done in heaven. Whatever I speak on earth, the Bible says whatever we declare is declared in heaven. It's bound in heaven. I put the soul together. Everything begins to work smoothly. The moment you get married, prosperity starts. Money starts to overflow. You start beginning to see multiplication. Because marriage is spiritual. Because if you marry the wrong person, you start to suffer. The people that are married, they had money, but the moment they get married, all their money dry down. The people that they had businesses, they got married, their business crumbled. I've seen men that were prosperous, they got married. For the moment they got married, everything began to come down. They had business. Every business had to fail one after the other. I know a man that had farms, a very wealthy man, a man that I personally know. The moment that man got married, all the business got down. He had only one farm. He was owing a lot of money. He committed suicide. That's how marriage is dangerous. I'm talking now to some of my sons. I see my sons online. My goodness, I don't know what to do. Like this, my sons, they are all over. Like, I mean, to call them even my sons. I mean, I see them Monet. I see them. I see Solomon. I see Tessa. I see them. Tessa, my daughter, all over the world. I see them. I see Margaret. That's so. Just put that 2020 seed. I see Elizabeth. Just put Monet. That's 2020 seed. I see Casey sowing 2020 seed. I see Cargo 2020 seed. Edmond, the people are sowing 2020 seed. See Tamba sowing 2020 seed. They're just sowing it so easy. 2020 seed. So it's send me the proof of payment. I don't want to see your email. Proof of payment 2020 seed. That's the title. Proof of payment. Attach it 2020 seed. Send to me, then I'm going to send the prophecy. And I see Tony, God is going to bless you. God is going to. I see something about the healing. There's a healing that's coming for you. Healing that's coming for you, because this sickness that is coming not from man, it's not from natural, it's from demon. Because I see something like a brain, something that's affecting your brain, making you to be. This thing started when you were young. It started when you were young, and it was a place that you slept. From that place that you slept, you had like a dream. From that dream, it started affecting you when you grew up. It comes and it goes. At times that you feel like you're fine, after you start having this mental problem, I speak that and I cast it out in the name of Jesus. And I speak to Joshua, I greet you in the name of Jesus. I see Jojo, one of my daughters, Jojo, I greet you, and I told you that man, that Davis, I see that man Davis is a bit distracted, but God is going to do something. I've told you, you can give him one of my beats as a gift. This Davis guy, he's a bit distracted by friends that distract him. He's a person that he loves people. He wants to please everybody. In the name of Jesus, I see Priska, Shamford, I greet you, Shamford. I see Shamford. That's this is what I said. The proof of payment. I've sent the proof of payment. Proof of payment 2020. I see Kechi. I see Esther. I see them. Monet, and then thousands. I got thousands of all over the world. I see Dane Brown. I greet you, Glory. I greet you, Anna. I greet you. In the name of Jesus, write to me. I'm going to, and those of you that want the book Prophecy, Dreams and Visions, can write to me. I'll send the book Prophecy, Dreams and Visions. It's all available electronically, and I'm the only one giving something that nobody has that book. I'm only the one giving you. You cannot find any bookshop. The Lord told me don't put it in any bookshop. It's anointed. That book is anointed. I'll send you this bracelet. If you are 2020 seat, I will send you the book. Also, if you want to get the book, I will send you the book.